Since 2009, Pedigree and Pet Rescue have joined forces to run the annual Pedigree Adoption Drive to address the issue of dog homelessness in Australia, and we're proud to announce that the 2011 campaign has had its most successful year to date. Sadly, over 100,000 dogs are needlessly euthanased every year in Australia simply because a home can't be found for them. So the Pedigree Adoption Drive calls on the support of everyday Australians to reduce this plight. Most dogs are available for adoption through no fault of their own. However, the lack of dogs being adopted is often because people think they may be damaged or they find it difficult visiting shelters to adopt. We want people to see these dogs for who they really are, just like every other dog out there, loving, loyal and longing to please, and change perceptions once and for all.
So when we found Rocco on the Pedigree Adoption Drive, you know, everything is stated on there, like his personality, what he likes, if he's had any training, and of course, like how much it is to adopt him. So everything was really straightforward. We just got in contact with the rescue group that had him, and we set up a meeting with him, and it was really easy. All you had to do was pick up the phone. You knew everything about him. So then we just went there and met him and took him home. With shelter dogs, there is always that sort of stigma that, well, they must be there for some reason, they must be bad dogs, and I don't think that is true at all. I mean, there are so many reasons that people put their dog in there or the dogs end up there through no fault of their own. I think they're absolutely perfect dogs.
People see firsthand that these dogs are healthy, adoptable dogs. Their preconceptions change immediately. To encourage Australians to get involved in the campaign, Pedigree created a free app for iPhone, Android and Facebook called Dogalike. The app, which uses facial recognition technology to help match Australians to pet profiles on Pet Rescue's live database, it was met with overwhelming responses, and as a result the app will continue to be available after the conclusion of this year's campaign.
I think we first considered getting a dog about 6 months ago.
We initially didn't think about getting a rescued dog. We thought about getting a dog from a breeder, but one day we were actually down in Bondi and walked down onto the beach and there was the Pedigree Adoption Drive Underdog Day. It was awesome and a great way to get you reading about all the stories behind each dog. This got us really excited and involved in the process, more than we probably would have.
That brought us onto the Pet Rescue website then.
Yeah.
And that's where we found Rory.
Dog homelessness is becoming more of a concern for Australians, and the impact of the Pedigree Adoption Drive is certainly being felt. Since 2009, Pedigree has helped Pet Rescue rehome more than 50,000 dogs, increasing adoption levels year on year.
We weren't looking for a dog, but I'm a fan of the Pedigree Adoption Drive on Facebook, and Sophie's little face appeared on my newsfeed, and I just said to Mick we had to have her. She was so beautiful, and we contacted the rescue organisation that saved her from the pound, and we went out to see her the next day.
I would say, yeah, it's impacted because it was a side that I didn't really know of. All these pets that needed a home, like I just wasn't aware of it, to be honest with you. And then when we found this little one, you do find that you do want to come home and play with her.
Rescue groups and shelters across Australia work tirelessly to help abandoned dogs have a better life. So, the growing support and impact of Adoption Drive is truly appreciated.
The fantastic thing about going through a rescue organisation is, one, the dog is secured. Once it's rescued, There's no rush. You can take your time. The dog's had temperament testing. The vet has given it a thorough assessment. They're desexed, they're microchipped, they're vaccinated.
I definitely recommend people adopt through the Pedigree Adoption Drive. It's so easy, you know everything about the dog. You can search for the kind of dog that you're looking for, and then you just take the dog home.
I think what we found was the process was really straightforward. The website was really easy to use.
And the people that we dealt with were really, really lovely,
yeah,
and obviously very used to people like us, like first-time dog owners looking for a dog, and they were so helpful.
In 2011, the Pedigree Adoption Drive has successfully rehomed over 6,200 dogs, which is a 38% increase on the previous year and equals more than 73 dogs being rehomed every single day. It's not over yet though, and thousands of dogs are waiting for a second chance and the opportunity to find a good home. So head to pedigreeadoptiondrive.com.au and take a look.